This is our first remote episode. This is my first time on.
Slow down.
What?
You're stressing me out.
Do not.
Because we got to do
me.
our cold open. We got to cold open it.
We are cold opening, Ted.
We can't cold open with an intro to the pod. You know what? I'm putting the signet on.
Oh,
okay.
Yikes.
Now I'm ready.
The cube.
Maybe
this summer I'll bring back the bracelet.
You should.
Well, people in my family started telling me I was gay.
Which is crazy because your mom's gay.
She and her wife were like, that's kind of gay wearing that. They were like,
it's like such a strange position to have where she's like saying that in a negative way when like, she is that thing.
Yikes. It was like, I was feeling bad. I was like, fuck.
For context, I gave Tucker the bracelet. I knighted him with it. And then
he did.
He's going, and then like all of a sudden there's all these social pressures that are hitting Tucker. Like he's getting hit left and right with all. It's a bracelet. That's all it is. It's just Tucker's going around wearing a bracelet. He's like he's talking about like he came out to his parents or something. Like he came out of the closet.
That's how they were treating it. That's how they were treating it. I was like, I'm married.
And in convincing me to give you that bracelet, you were like, Ted, this is going to be an indicator of our friendship. This is going to be what connects us across the thousands of miles in between LA and the East Coast. And then Tucker got called gay by his gay mom a couple times, and he is like getting rid of this thing. He's like, I can't believe that I was doing that. I can't believe that I was wearing that bracelet.
I only took it off like maybe 2 or 3 times in the 4 or 5 months I was wearing it. Like I was wearing it to bed. It was just on. It was like my ring.
Oh, I never take this off. I'm wearing it all the time.
Yeah, it was on. And when it broke, it was like this weight came off my shoulders.
All right. Fuck. Let's take it easy. Welcome, everybody, to Take It Easy. It's your favorite podcast with 2 boys who love to talk. And we're here to take it easy. I'm Ted.
I'm Tucker.
And we are, for the first time ever on our 4th episode, remote.
We're remote.
We are remote now.
This is my first time on camera in the new house.
Yeah, Tucker's got a new house. He didn't buy it. He's renting.
Oh, I'm renting. You think I'm buying?
No,
Not on the Chuckles salary.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. Yeah, no, it was like we were paying Tucker back in the day based on how many chuckles he gave us. That was, it was it was part of the company motto. You give us a couple chuckles, you get a couple shekels. That's kind of how it works. But we're
Speaking
so excited
chuckle,
to.
I've got a little tidbit about our previous co-host. Some
you
call
can
him
just say
Schlatt.
his name.
Some call him Schlatt.
Uh-huh.
I call him Mr. Schlatt. That's how his contact is on my phone. So he's watching these, by the way. He's watching this. And so now he's getting really worried. He's getting really worried right now. He's sitting on his couch. He's going, oh, what's he about to say?
Yeah. Oh no. Currently right now, Schlatt's watching this on his flat screen.
Yeah, he's got sweat building up right here.
It's beating.
His mustache is... He's doing that
He's
thing.
sniffing it?
He's sniffing it.
Yep.
So...
Okay.
We were talking the Wordle in the previous episode or first episode or second episode. I don't know. We were talking about the Wordle. So ever since then, Schlatt has started sending me his Wordle every day over text. He sends me the official Wordle score.
This is like, and can I just say that this is like peak retired behavior.
Oh yeah, he's
sending
retired. He's
a Wordle.
out.
He's like your grandpa.
Yes, he has more in common with my grandpa right now than he does with me. So I've started doing the Wordle because I have to respond to it. But the thing about Schlatt is he likes to be in charge of the bit. So, he sends me his Wordle score. I send him mine. He sends me his. I send him mine. He sends me his. I send him mine. I sent him mine first one day. Nothing. Crickets.
Whoa.
Crickets, because I think it broke the illusion for him. He was like, "Fuck this." I think I got too eager for him.
Yeah.
He didn't respond.
Yeah. What you got to do is you got to play hard to get.
You do. It's like I'm talking to a girlfriend, like a potential girl. I'm like, you got to have the texting etiquette to get the response. So
yeah, no,
I get nothing. I'm like, Emma, look at this. You didn't text me back. Are you kidding me?
Well, how long was it? How long did it, is this today?
Hold on. Well, this has been over the past week or so.
Oh,
maybe more.
See, this is funny too because I haven't spoken to Schlatt at all this week. We're independent.
No, we're deep in the DMs. The next day, he opens with the Wordle, and I hit him with mine. So now, and I'm wondering, I'm going to test it tomorrow, and I can give feedback. I'll do it first, and then see if that kills it for him again.
Yeah. Okay, that's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm
playing. It's not only are we doing the Wordle, I'm doing a little experiment on Schlatt's texting etiquette.
Okay. Interesting. So this will be the update.
A little power dynamic kind of thing we got going.
I like that. So you kind of got like a situationship with Schlatt going on right now.
We do, and I wouldn't mind taking things to the next level.
Okay, what does that look like for you?
I wouldn't mind like sending him like a fancy little picture of me or something, but I don't think he's receptive to that yet.
We could get some of the those solo photos of you edited from the Take It Easy shoot, and you can just send him one of those.
Yeah,
or you'll just send one and be like, "Here's your weekly contact photo of me."
Every week, I'm like, "Yeah, you can update your contact."
Yeah, it's something that there's an expectation that by on a level of weeks he will be updating your contact photo. I like that.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where it goes. But speaking of the new house, so moved into a new house, moved into the home state back in Massachusetts. It's been a long time. I'm back. It's been a long time. Yeah, no, we're hoping Ted's going to come back. The best we can get him.
I'm not coming back to Massachusetts. I'm sorry. Sorry to all the Massachusetts people out there. Respectfully, not coming back to Massachusetts. I mean, I go there and I spend a week there, and I'm like,
okay, that's different, dude. You're spending a week living with your parents. You don't have any of your stuff. You're in your hometown. You've done everything a million times. Yeah. That's your problem. That's the problem. It's not the state. It's the hometown.
I wish that I just had my stuff everywhere. You know what I mean? I show up in New York. I got a spot in New York. I just wish I was filthy fucking rich. I wish that I had a spot in New York. I had a spot in I don't know if I even want a spot in Boston or something like that.
Well, if you have one in New York, you don't need one in Boston.
Yeah.
That's too close. Here's what you want. You want one in New York City, you want one in LA, and you want one on the Vineyard.
It's true. That's true. That's an objective thing.
You're saying that like it's kind of annoying. You're like, that's true.
I mean, because it's where things stand out. It's an unattainable goal. I mean, how the fuck am I going to get a house on the Vineyard? That seems nice, though.
Dave Portnoy level shit.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I don't know if I have the talent to be having such strong opinions on pizza like that. I mean, I can have vague opinions on pizza, but I don't know if I can have strong opinions on pizza.
Ted, speaking of pizza, I'm going to do a little dig at you here. Forgive me. Where's the pizza video, man? Where's the pizza video? We're on month 14. Where's the pizza video?
Just because you said that, I'm going to have it released before this episode comes out.
I just did you a huge favor.
Second channel is launching big time, guys. It's going to be a second channel, and I have 3 other videos that are on the main channel. Hopefully, I'll get done before the end of March. Things are looking a little bit tough because I got sick. Oh, I got like 7 different types of sicknesses after we launched Take It Easy, and I got my last video out, the Twitter one. It was like my body was storing. It was like shingles. My body was storing all of the diseases I've never gotten over the last 15, 20 years, and they all came at me at the same time. I bet you're still not even licking your palms. I'm not licking my palms. I wish because it's hard. Dude. I mean, I feel like there's a certain level of talent that comes from licking palms, and it's a situational thing. I don't know if I have, I know the right times to do it. I'll come home after being out and about, and I'll be sitting in my bed getting ready to sleep, and I'll be kicking myself because I'll be like, oh, I touched that thing. I could have licked my palms in that part. Oh, I touched this thing. I could have licked my palms there. And I think that this is what, that's a good point. I think that this is what the sickness was about, is that I wasn't licking my palms. First sickness that hits me, I'm trying to go to sleep one night. I'm like, man, my face feels weird. and I can't fall asleep. I couldn't fall asleep the whole night. It was really, really confusing on why I could not fall asleep, because usually, as Tucker has said, even on this podcast, I knock out like a rock. I just fall asleep and it's like bing bong boom.
You sleep too hard usually.
Yeah, I could fall asleep in under a minute if I have enough. If I've been awake for more than 12 hours, I will fall asleep in a minute.
That's not
when
that
I'm in
long
bed.
either.
And I couldn't fall asleep this night. Right as like the sun is rising, I'm like feeling some pressure here in my face. I start Googling it. Turns out I might have like a sinus infection. I'm like, great. I'm starting to, it's painful too. I'm like, I didn't know what this feeling was, because I'd never, like, maybe when I was at 5 or 4, I got a sinus infection, but I haven't had one in 22 years at least. So it's like
there's a recurring theme that's beginning, and that's Ted gets sick for the first time. He gets a stomach ache for the first time. He gets his first sinus infection, and it's like blowing his mind. He's like, "How could this be? How could this be?"
I know.
Meanwhile,
it's
everyone
really
else
confusing.
is like, "Yep."
It's really confusing when it happens. Okay, because it's like I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just hanging out.
Yeah, it just you think that somebody has to do something wrong for them to get sick?
Yeah, sickness is related to sin.
No, it's not.
Okay,
no,
well, why do they begin with the first 2 letters of the word? S-I, sickness, S-I, sin, you know? They should just call it sinness. And that's why I assumed you got sick all the time. Is because you're off,
brother,
like,
you live in far more sin than I do.
No, I do not. That's crazy that you're saying that. And honestly, I detest it deeply and strongly. And I feel like you're wrong.
Oh, speaking of sin, I've got.
Well, I'm not done.
I've got a good thing.
Hold it. Pin it. Put a pin in it. You got it? You got it?
Yeah, I've got it.
So I do the sinus infection. I do a nasal rinse. I'm knocking that shit out of my fucking nose. I'm sending salt through my veins or something. Crazy. Next thing comes along. I'm like, I've got like a friend coming over. We're gonna hang out. Like an hour before they show up, I'm like, well, I'm like really cold. But then all of a sudden, when I would get myself warm, I was like, wait, I'm really hot. And then all of a sudden, my body just starts to hurt everywhere, and I'm just like aching everywhere. I had a fever. It turns out I had a fever, and this is like 3 days after the sinus infection, and I'm like, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what it was.
Ted texts me, he goes, I have 100-degree fever and I'm going to the hospital. And I look at Emma on my couch.
No, liar.
Okay,
I went to urgent care.
I look at Emma, I'm like, 100-degree fever's not, that's
less
than 2 degrees above body temperature. That's like as low of a fever as you can get.
It was 101. And also 102-degree fever is like considered a high fever, first of all. So I was almost there. It was a degree off.
Whatever, man. Okay. All I'm saying is it follows the trend. Ted had his first fever, first sinus infection, first tummy ache. You're a very healthy guy.
Since Kenya, I've gotten 2 since then. I had one very recently, too. I was taking Tums. It wouldn't go away. It lasted like 2 days. I don't even know what it was.
Welcome to adulthood, dude.
Well, yeah. And so I've been under this impression. I've been like, well, is 27 the year that you start getting sick all the time? And
I wonder if
I find that really
bloomer.
particularly interesting, because Tucker was really making a point about, you know, how he was 26 when I had turned 27 already.
Yeah.
And but then, you know, a lot of what we don't talk about is like, well, let's talk about biological clocks. I think I've got the biological clock of like a 16-year-old, whereas you've got the biological clock of like a 70-year-old. Clearly.
No. I got this nice baby face. I sent a picture in the group chat the other day from 13 years ago, and people said, wow, you look the same.
Now, you got a nice baby face, but all your organs wrinkled as hell. It smells like mothballs. It is 70-year-old organs.
Ew, it does not smell like mothballs in me.
It does. I bet it does.
At 25, I think, was my turning point when I was like, oh, fuck. I'm starting to need to take care of my body. This thing's not going to self-maintain anymore. So I actually have to like look at what I eat and take it a little more seriously.
Yeah. That happened to me too. I was a skinny little motherfucker.
Dude, looking at the road trip footage, we were both small.
It's funny because you'll say that I'm like a skinny bastard right now, but then you don't look back at the old road trip footage that our viewers can see at the beginning of every episode of Take It Easy now of how skinny we were back then. I was skinnier than I am now.
We were twinking it up in that Tacoma, dude.
Yeah, we were.
Okay, can I tell my sin-related story?
Okay.
So, moving to the new house. Old house. It's from like 1850. Who knows how many tenants have been in it. We met the landlord. Okay, we move in. Putting stuff away, right? Basement's unfinished, but there's like a little workbench area in the corner with a lot of junk from probably who knows how many tenants that have come and gone over the years. Landlord probably keeps some shit here.
In the basement, you said?
In the basement. The basement's creepy, old, unfinished basement. The things holding my floorboards up are trees. Bark still on them from 1850. But anyway, I go down the stairs. Go to the back corner. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. I start ruffling through the stuff that's there. I'm like, well, I might as well dig through whoever's shit this is.
What's the sound for that?
I just
goblin noises.
I'm just goblin mode down there.
It sounds like a dementor.
I'm just looking for treasures. I'm looking for treasures. I'm like, what if I found an old gun? Like, that's best case scenario. You find like a gun from World War II or something.
This is why when Tucker visits my place,
I'm writing Ted stuff.
Yeah, I like all the stuff that I don't want Tucker checking out. I'll put him away. I'll put him away. Like his presents and stuff, I'm hiding them. Like when he came, like got him his birthday presents, I had to hide those in my office in the back of my fucking closet because I knew that the moment that Tucker got into the room that he was staying in, he's opening every fucking door and closet, and he's. Oh, it's not true. That is crazy. How dare you?
Specifically for you, it's not true. It is my nature. Normally, I would do that. Okay?
Why would I have this impression if you didn't do this to me?
Because I am scared of what I could find in your place. Who knows? I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
So I don't go through your stuff. You can rest easy. You can ask Emma. When I'm at your place, I do not go through your stuff.
Wow.
Maybe your video games. I'll like dig through like the video games.
Someday you're gonna forget about that feeling, and then you're gonna find all my taxidermied rats.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. You've got like a Rat King or something that I don't know.
A taxidermied Rat King would actually go really hard. That would be the most goth thing you could own.
Like, boom. Nah, big good wall
like
art.
On the, what are those called? The fucking wooden thing that you put a deer
like
head on?
Like a mount?
Just like a trophy board? A mount.
Yeah.
Like mount a Rat King? Put a Rat King on the screen right now for some people who don't know what it is. That's when rats get all their tails stuck together and they fucking die. It's really gross.
Naturally, apparently.
Yeah.
So I'm ruffling through this stuff in the basement, looking for treasures, hoping to find something good. And I'm digging through this box of like golf shit, it's golf balls and like just random bullshit, nothing cool. And then what do I find? A stack of CDs. I was like, oh, what are these?
Okay.
Boom! 18 plus. That's a fucking woman with her legs spread right on the cover of the CD.
Dude, you found the porn stash?
I found the porn stash in my house.
Sinner.
Probably 20 CDs. Different cover arts, some custom burned.
Custom burned.
They're pretty scratched up, but
I had to buy.
I broke out my disk drive because I had to see if they worked. They do. So yes, somebody was getting down and dirty in this old basement.
Well, okay, you can't assume that it was happening in the basement.
I don't want to think it was happening in here.
Wait, you're telling me that that somebody was pulling out their little like portable DVD player? They were sneaking down to the unfinished basement and jerking one out in the with the fucking bark covered beams above them in the cold?
Know. And so I've developed. I found a like a married couple's picture, but then all the CDs are from like 99 to 07, right?
Are they good?
No, they're not. No, it's.
Do they have storylines?
No, they don't. They don't. No,
they're straight to the point. There's no plot.
They're bad, dude. I only looked at 2 of them that weren't like scratched to shit. These are heavily used. These were getting passed around the golf cart. You know, these things are beat up.
So you think that there was a golfer sort of like porn ring?
Yeah, I think it was like, hey, when we meet up on Sunday for the game, like bring some stuff. I want to swap some stuff out. Like a library kind of. And the guys would trade.
Or it could just be the box that's designated shit my wife doesn't want me to do. Watch porn, play golf.
Yeah, that could be. Well, my theory is I found the couple's picture. It's a nice framed picture, but it's in the shit box. So I'm thinking, I've started to develop a little story for this. I'm like, okay, so he had a wife.
Oh.
They got divorced.
He left.
In the wake of the divorce, he starts getting into the CDs, getting into the golf.
Well, now think about this. Maybe he left. Wife stays at the place. She's like, what the fuck am I going to do with this stuff? She puts it all in the thing, and she leaves. When she moves, she's like, whoever's next can have this stuff. I don't care. She doesn't even care to throw it out.
Could be.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean, I'm really open to anything. I just really want a good story attached to this. Icing on the cake for my good finds down there, I found a weed grinder. A cool one, too.
Okay.
Check this out. And I saw this from above. It was on a shelf, and I was like, ooh, I think I recognize that shape. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, is that a dime?
It's a dollar coin.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's got the eagle on the back, United States of America. It's
now
got
that
FDR
is a conservative. That is a conservative weed grinder right there.
Right? Yeah, it still had the fucking dust at the bottom.
Man.
Yeah, no, I was like, wow, what a find. Now, this is something I could use. Not the CDs.
Now, if Trump or Biden were making one of those videos where they're like, get the limited edition Trump gold coin
weed grinder. Dude,
that would be a situation where I'd be like,
you gotta. That's a great stocking stuffer.
A great stocking stuffer, yeah, for your uncle.
Yeah.
Now, I have something that happened a while ago that I need to bring up because I just thought that the concept was too funny for me not to
love to hear it.
Bring it up. Because I had one of my friends, Mia, is more or less a lesbian.
More or less?
She's figuring it out.
What is more than a lesbian?
It's an updating thing. She's figuring out her identity as it goes.
Mia's very nice.
But basically, I was like, I had this epiphany the other day, and I had to pitch it to her. And I was like, because I was, I realized I was like, okay, so they've got normal dating apps, which anyone can be on. But then they've got Grindr, which is a dating app for gay people. For men, really. Men or male identifying people, but there isn't like a lesbian dating app.
There's gotta be.
And so I was like, I pitched this to Mia, and I was like, dude, I had this great idea. I was like, they should make a lesbian dating app, and they'll call it Sapphire. And so she was like, that's a great name. That's a great name. And so I was like, I went to Tucker and I was like, Tucker, got this great idea. They should make a dating app for lesbians called Sapphire. And Tucker says, oh, that's a great idea, dude. Women love sapphires. Dude, women love jewelry. Like,
they do. They love sapphires.
Rocks. And I was like,
that's a great rock.
I was like, that's not the reason, you fucking idiot. It's because the word sapphic, not because women love sapphires.
I don't know. I'd never heard sapphic before in my life.
I loved it because it was so supportive, but like, but a fully uninformed reason for being supportive. Like,
no, I was like, Ted, that's a great idea.
Dude, women fucking love sapphires, dude. Yeah, no. That's a great idea. Women love sapphires.
I was ready to invest right then and there, and I was completely misled.
Yeah, it was like just like a response from someone who's never met a lesbian before, who only has seen has only seen K ads.
K? You know, what the hell's K?
Every kiss begins with K.
Oh. Wait, what does that have to do with lesbians?
It has to do with women loving like sapphires.
What does K have to do with sapphires?
It's a jewelry store.
Oh, okay.
And
I was
so
thinking
the
coffee.
slowness continues.
I was thinking coffee.
Oh, you were thinking what?
For some reason, the mental picture I was getting from your little "Every Kiss Begins with K" ad read was like Folgers in your cup.
So you thought that K Jewelers was a coffee store?
No, I don't know. I just had like a really, really bad moment.
Hey.
I was completely lost.
Well, no, hold on. I'll save you from this. I still love you though.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
I mean, we're just taking it easy. We're taking it easy. Yeah. It's nothing.
Absolutely.
This is nothing crazy.
You had some other stuff that you wanted to talk about. Is that did you burn through your stack, or you have some other stuff that you wanted to talk about?
No, I can keep on talking. So
that's good. This is a podcast, so that's what we're here to do.
This is something maybe you haven't noticed because you're really losing the blue collar edge to you. But for those of us who are trying to cling to it, who are trying desperately to hold on to the inklings of blue collar they still have, desperately.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that being a Marine is blue collar across the board?
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna tell. So you're gonna tell a Marine that they're not blue collar.
Well, what if they're like working in like? What if they were like an office working Marine?
Ted, like this would be. You're like being racist, but you're asking me as someone on the inside, like of that race, to be like, come on, you know, that's what you're doing.
You think? I
don't
because
know how you would never tell. Here. You would never say that to any Marine that you didn't know. You would never say it. But as one, you're kind of asking me, like, come on, what do you guys really think about this subset?
I think I would. I think I have enough social confidence to feel like I could wiggle my way out of an offense that could come from me potentially implying that a Marine isn't blue collar.
You'd say it and be like, oh, I was just kidding. Oh.
So, no, I don't think I've ever actually acted like that. You think that I've ever gone... I'm not like a little baby goblin. I'm not like a little guy who gives quests. Do you think I look like a guy that gives quests?
No, you're a quest follower.
Exactly.
You do quests.
I go on the quest.
You look like a guy, like a protagonist. A generic one, though.
Well, that's probably okay. You had to throw it. You had to poison the compliment at the end there. You had to
sorry. I shouldn't have poisoned. I should have let you bask in it.
Cyanide in my favorite drink.
I saw the light in your eyes, and I was like, "No, I can't have it."
You're like, I can't have him have that much power. No, you know what I was about to say? I was about to be like, that's one of the nicest compliments you've ever given me.
You do. No, you look like you would be the guy that you're playing in that like Kingdom Come Deliverance or something. Like you'd be the guy.
Kingdom Come Deliverance. Can you?
Yeah, it's that new medieval. It's that new medieval like first person.
I look medieval. Interesting. Okay.
Well, no, you just look like.
It. Yeah, I'll take it.
You got the strong jaw, the mustache, the perm. You know. You're speechless.
I'm gonna let it slide. Well, I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna argue with the perm thing because it doesn't make any sense. And
we've got perm beef.
We've got perm beef because I don't think that Tucker understands what a perm is. I think at a base level, do you know what a perm is?
Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Let me get into this.
Well, now I have to look
Patrick Mahomes has curly hair. They won the Super Bowl the first time, or he won it in like 2020 or something, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Every boy who doesn't have curly hair, people like me, they all got perms. You look at high schoolers.
Straight hair. I don't have straight hair. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, you got like a little wave to it. It's
called wavy hair.
Yeah, you got a little wave or something to it. But people with straight hair, like myself,
you're not gonna allow that to be called like a thing. You're gonna be like, hey,
you've got a little wave to it, man. I know,
but why don't you just call it wavy? Why do you have to be like, yeah, no, there's something like you're saying it like there's something wrong with me.
Girls have wavy hair.
Girls have wavy hair. Dude. Where are you going with this?
Girls have wavy hair. Girls have wavy hair.
You don't think
you
I
have a little wave to it? You've got one wave.
Hair. Look at my hair.
You're perming it. This
is not a fucking perm.
Every little boy in high school is strutting around. It's dying out now. Now it's kind of going to mullet, I think.
It is bad.
But they were strutting around with their little Patrick Mahomes perm, thinking they were Patrick Mahomes. And then so when Ted started fluffing it up and almost curling it up, I said, "Oh, Ted, what's with the perm, man?" And the first time Ted was like, "What do you mean it's not perm? It's not a perm." He was really like put off by it, but he knew that he was being a little dramatic. No. So now it's kind of become a friendlier
This is rewriting
banter.
history. You're rewriting history.
The victor gets to write it.
The victim? Did you say the victim?
The victor. It's a saying.
Oh, I see. So you guys will, since Tucker's going to be talking a lot more,
wait.
You'll notice this thing on the pod. I can. Since Tucker's going to be talking a little bit more on this podcast than he did previously, you'll start to notice this thing that Tucker will do where he'll
I like to write the story.
You'll write the story, but you'll be like, and Ted had a huge problem with this, and he reacted really aggressively and defensively. Like he'll set up my whole fucking reaction here that implies a lot. More so, but he can get away with it because be like, that's just how I perceived it, man.
That's how I perceived it.
And honestly, I'm a victim of abuse.
Okay, but I got totally sidetracked. The blue collar thing where I was headed. So in my clinging to the blue collar lifestyle and honor that goes with it, I like to go to the hardware store to get things when I can. So, but like hardware stores always have.
Wait, you're telling me that in trying to hold on to your blue collarness, you go to the hardware store like a Christian that is disillusioned with their faith would go to church?
Bingo.
Okay.
I'm telling you this in confidence, though. You can't tell people that because it's going to be embarrassing.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but the thing about hardware stores is they usually have a pretty good selection of snacks or like candy. You get like more curated stuff there. Like they were the ones to bring in Dots pretzels. They started at hardware stores. I promise you.
Oh, I believe you, but like I'm like, this is such an interesting way. Like, you think that I don't know if I do believe you. Actually, I'm struggling with this.
South Dakotan company.
Okay.
In the East, hardware stores. They soft launch them at hardware stores because it would appeal to blue collar guys so hard.
Yeah, pretzels are a blue collar snack.
Because blue collar guys, when they go to the hardware store midday to like grab some shit and run back to the job site, they're always getting a snack. And they like something a little bit, like a little bit, yeah.
I'll say, as I've gotten older, and I think that this speaks to the 1.6% of blue collar I have left in me. I'm a savory snack kind of guy, and I think that being a candy boy, is a bit liberal. Now I'm speaking in two different terms. Is a bit white collar.
I was gonna make a few candy remarks, but now you got me thinking it's kind of shameful, or it's weak.
No, I don't want to do that to you.
Okay,
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't. Come here. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You forgive me?
If you play Rocket League after this, I'll
play a little bit of Rocket League.
Yes.
I'll play some Rocket League for you. And you know what? I'm going to do very good as the Vanguard. Because yesterday I had Vanguard. A wonderful... You got to give me the title at this point. I was the Vanguard.
Okay. So we've been on a Rocket League kick. I started out with my friends that Ted doesn't know. And then obviously I'm trying to rope Ted in because Ted's the fun uncle. And we get him to play with us. These are my friends. Ted's never met them other than on Discord.
Why you keep emphasizing that? These are my friends. Ted's got no fucking idea. They are not his friends. He has no fucking clue who they are. And honestly, he doesn't even fucking like them.
He's spoken to them a couple times on a game night on Discord. That's it.
Okay.
He does not know them. So Ted's doing well. I'm the best Rocket League player. Ted's a very close second.
It does drive me crazy the rankings that we get whenever we get out of
I will get one placement. Above Ted. Out of like 100 rankings, I'm one above every time. That's it.
It drives me crazy. It drives me up a wall.
It's been hurting you for a decade.
Yeah, it has. It has, because in every other game we're neck and neck, but then for some reason in Rocket League's like, well, this guy's maybe a little bit better than this guy.
Yeah,
and they don't consider the politics. They don't consider the implications of what that does to our friendship.
The Vanguard title is birthed out of it probably. So anyway,
I needed something to hold on to.
And you've been holding on to it really well. It's great. So Ted's doing really well. We're playing Rocket League. We're all enjoying it. But he starts to convince my friends, not his, that he is the Vanguard in Rocket League, and he needs to be referred to as the Vanguard.
Yeah, no, I did pitch it initially. I was like, I think
he was like, everybody's going to call me the Vanguard.
No, it's not quite like that. I think I introduced it a little bit more casually. I think I was it was like
quickly, it was like a snowball.
Well, because we've been doing a thing where Tucker's been playing goalie, and
I'm a good goalie.
He's been playing goalie, and he's also been sort of becoming pseudo team captain because he's sitting back there in the goal and he's yelling things at you as you're trying to do it. But he's so far away from the goal that he can't really fully tell what's going on.
When you guys get down there, the depth perception, it's really difficult.
I'm like really far from the goal, and the ball's like maybe a little bit closer to the goal, and Tucker's like, shoot it. Shoot that right now. I'm playing and I'm like starting to sweat. I'm like, oh, fuck. Can I shoot this right now? I never can. It's never an opportunity to shoot. But at a certain point, I start saying to people, these people that I've got no fucking idea who they are.
He doesn't know them. They're my friends.
Know these people. I don't know these people. These are Tucker's like lackeys, really, is what we should be calling them.
Adult friends.
Yeah. And so I start saying, we start establishing that we're going to be playing different roles. It's like, okay, because it's me and Tucker who are pretty much about the same level. And then we've got one guy who is kind of just throwing himself at the wall constantly.
Oh, Derek's come a long way.
He has. But at the time when the Vanguard thing came up,
he's only been playing for 2 weeks.
at the time when the Vanguard thing came up, Derek was launching me across the map half the time because he was going through because he's in that initial phase of Rocket League where it's like, he has got ball cam on, and hitting the ball in any circumstance is the only thing that matters to him. He's sort of like a zombie in that stage where he's just going for, it's like, I gotta hit the ball, I gotta hit the ball, I gotta hit the ball. If he's close to it, he's gonna hit it. And
last night when we first started, he was doing that hard. We had to start kind of coaching. We're like, hey, here's a quick tip. Like when you're doing this.
Hey, so maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe you should just like, if I'm near the ball and I'm hitting the ball, maybe you don't need to come in at Mach 7 and hit the ball away from me. Maybe that's not necessarily something that's going to make us win the game. And
we got really good as a team.
We did. But initially, when we were playing these games, I was like, okay, Tucker's going to be goalie. Derek, you just sit back a little bit and I'm going to be Vanguard. And then Tucker was like, what's a Vanguard? And I was like, yeah, it's just the part. I'm just the Vanguard. That's what I do. And so I kept doing that, and unbeknownst to Tucker, the people we were playing with, it starts getting in their heads, and it's like, okay, well, he is the Vanguard, and he's the one who's really getting all the goals right now. That's the Vanguard. And so it's like, and then Tucker kind of realized this a little bit too late, and now I'm the Vanguard, and now there's nothing he can do about it. And it drove Tucker crazy.
Yeah,
and Tucker got really upset.
It
was really embarrassing for Tucker how upset he got. See how that feels? See how it feels when that happens to you?
No, that didn't feel good. Okay, let's call it even.
Yeah, you like that? You like that where I set up what your emotions are in that situation?
Yeah, you made me feel like a fool.
Yeah. Now you know what it feels like.
Wow.
I feel like we healed something just now between us. Like now you understand.
Yeah, we did. But so I'm in the hardware store the other day. Like, for example, a good snack. They have potato sticks, kind of a niche snack. But anyway, I got a Crunch Bar.
And I've never subscribed to them.
Oh, I love them.
Really? Yeah, it is a niche. It's a niche one. It is niche.
Because I think the guys that own hardware stores are like kind of curating the snacks. They're like they're not getting like the normal like gas station lineup.
It's niche in the same way that like hot fries are niche to one of those dispensers that I can't remember the name of.
Are to the dispensers?
Those snack dispensers that you put $1 in, and it's called a vending
machine. Yeah, it's kind of nice when you find a curated vending machine, and you're like, oh, this has got some fun things in it.
Yeah,
like someone takes care of this thing. It's not just Doritos, Lay's, Coke, you know?
Yeah, you've got some quality, curated, avant-garde snacks.
And something so I got a Crunch Bar at this thing the other day, and it got me thinking about candy bars.
And
I got
Crunch Bar is a different story.
Crunch Bar's good. I like a Crunch Bar, and I like a Reese's, but I have a bone to pick with Reese's. If you're getting a Reese's, you're getting the 2 cups.
You are.
Right? That's the Reese's. But in 2025, if you go into a gas station or a bodega, whatever the fuck, there's like 18 different Reese's products now.
Yeah.
Crunch Bar's got 1 bar. Heath has 1 bar. Butterfinger's got a bar. You know?
Yeah.
There's like 18 fucking different Reese's products now. And I'm like, fuck you, Reese's. Like, you were good, but you're too cocky now.
Yeah.
Like, Kit Kat's got 1 bar.
I think the shift happened when they switched to thins. When they started trying to convince soccer moms that if you made the Reese's thinner, that would heal you, or that would make you healthy. Like, what about making a Reese's? There's twice as many in there.
Yeah, it's the same portion.
It's half the thinness, but there's twice as many, and you're gonna eat twice as many. It's just like,
and here's the thing. This is a message to them. Like, and here they're all good. Like, all the Reese's products are tasty, but I don't know which one is fucking which. If I get a new one, I don't even know next time, like, oh, what was it? I don't know. There's fucking 18 of them.
Yeah, there is. And here's another thing, too, about chocolate in general. This is a sidebar, but I got to say before I lose it.
Love a sidebar.
I hope that someday I can have the same amount of sensual experience and sex that every woman on a Dove commercial does when she's about to eat that chocolate. Because the amount of indulgence and sexual like energy that comes from a Dove commercial or a Ferrero Rocher commercial, perhaps, mind you, perchance, like I see those commercials and I'm like, she's eating a Dove and she's like slipping it through her lips, and I'm like, this woman's about to get fucked better than she's ever in her entire life
by an ounce of chocolate.
Yeah, by this ounce of fucking chocolate that's named after a bird. Like, what are we doing here?
Also, like, a Kit Kat bar is better than a little Dove square. I'm sorry, it is.
Well, Dove is pretty good.
It's good, but I'd rather have a Kit Kat bar. Are you kidding me? Kit Kat bar fucking slaps.
But I do kind of refuse to believe the hype about dark chocolate. If I'm eating chocolate, I'm going to eat milk chocolate. Dark chocolate, maybe if you pair it with a fruit flavor, maybe if you pair it with a little bit of raspberry, I'm going to fuck with that. But like, I think realistically, because you got these people who are like, oh, well, you know, that dark chocolate is better for your heart. It's still fucking chocolate. Like, you're still eating a candy. Like, so that's like saying Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart too. It'll lower your cholesterol. You're still eating a shit ton of carbs. Like, what are we doing
with
here?
A big bowl of milk.
Yeah, with a big bowl of fucking dairy. Like, I'm either eating the chocolate or I'm not eating the chocolate. I'm either getting those cows or I'm not. And I might as well do it without having like a little aftertaste of bitterness, you know?
Yeah. Dark chocolate is not as good as you'd think it should be.
I will say, I love Reese's, but they do affect they start to corrupt me after too many. You know what never corrupts me? And this might be a tough take. No, it's not. I've been on this train for years. Trader Joe's Reese's cups, or Trader Joe's peanut butter cups.
You have been on that for years.
In my opinion, the best peanut butter cup on the market. It is. I could eat 1,000 of those and I would not be corrupted. And by that I mean like there's the flavor does something in your mouth and you're like, I don't want to eat this anymore. I feel like I shouldn't. I could house Trader Joe's peanut butter cup
cube.
Oh yeah, that thing's going full to empty in one night. And I will not feel bad about that at all.
That's a great Rocket League snack. You should DoorDash them right now for after this.
I can't. Because that's therein lies the value. You can't Instacart Trader Joe's and
send
you can't DoorDash Trader Joe's.
Surely a guy like you, a big rich guy like you's got a runner.
I'm not sending a runner because then it takes away the value. I got to get in my car and I got to go to Trader Joe's. I got to fight some fucking bitch for the parking. And And I gotta walk in there, and I gotta listen to them be friendly to me, and maybe weave in a little bit of like, do they want to fuck me? They kind of do.
Oh, is that a thing?
Oh, dude, you walk into Trader Joe's,
Trader
half
Joe's.
the employees there, they're acting like they want to fuck you, dude.
Is that part of the training, or is this just like a?
I think it's part of the training. I think it's part of the training. You like.
Oh, yikes!
They probably got a whole slide about like, now here's how we're gonna keep them coming back.
You flirt. With
you gotta them. Like be like, you gotta be like, I really like your sweatshirt today. And if they say thank you, and you'd be like, it's no problem at all.
It's honestly a pleasure of mine.
And hold eye contact a little bit longer than, not long enough to be creepy, but long enough to be like, whoa, what's happening? What is this?
And don't do the triple take. I recognize you from a podcast.
Yeah. Has that been happening to you lately?
Oh yeah, no, it happens now.
In your town?
Here, maybe once it's happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've gotten people who have come up and said hi and stuff, but I get the triple to quintuple take a lot, where someone's just like,
yeah, that's how we can tell if someone, if you come up to us, and this is just for someone who, if you recognize us, there's no problem with coming up to me in a public place.
No, I don't mind it at all.
I'll speak for myself because I don't want to speak for you, Tucker. But
no, I love when someone says hi.
I don't mind people coming up to me, but know this. I know that you've recognized me. By the time you've come up to me, I'm already aware because, and it's a totally unique thing that happens when you become someone that is known in any capacity, really. I'm sure this applies to any sort of level of notoriety or anything, is that strangers just do not look at you as much as like you just don't receive eye contact from someone at the level that you do when somebody recognizes you. Like, and there's no way to pretend, because you can feel it. You can feel it, and you'll see it out of the corner of your eye.
Like, I'm at Wegmans, and when I was in Binghamton, I'd be at Wegmans, which is a populated grocery store. There's always people in Wegmans. And I'd be like grabbing my sushi, and there's a girl over there who's just like locked on to me. Like, I walk around the store, like around, she's looking at me, and it's like no normal person is staring at you that hard.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to figure out if I'm who she thinks I am.
Yeah.
And I know it.
I have a rule too where it's like, and it's tough too, because it's like, it's an interesting scenario to be in, because I'm not gonna, like, in order for that tension to be released, that person has to come up to me, because I'm not about to go up to that person and be like, what am I supposed to say? So I see you've been looking at me a lot. Do you recognize me from somewhere? Like,
what's my name? I know you know it.
Tell me my name. You know it. Come here. Tell me. You want to vote? Like, no one wants to. I'm not gonna fucking do that. Like, so they have to come up to me to break the tension. But I know that they've been looking. That's all I'm saying.
So I had my Reese's qualm that I had to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've got another observation from the past week that I wanted to talk about that rubbed me the wrong way.
Do it.
So you're a dog guy, kind of. Like, you're going to have a dog sometime in the next 5 years, I bet.
It's definitely something on the mind.
It's brewing.
Considered. It's brewing.
You're going to have a little nice terrier or something.
Yeah.
Something from your family. Your family's a little terrier family.
Oh, well, actually, I wasn't even listening when you said that. Maybe. I might
just
have
agreeing.
Well, yeah, I'm yes anding you, babe. I might have a terrier, because that's just that's easier for like an apartment or something. Like, this apartment, they allow small dogs. I could get a dog if I wanted to. But there's a certain aesthetic that comes with a medium-sized dog that I can't quite let go of, and I think about it a lot.
True.
Like, imagine taking a medium-sized dog on a road trip. That dog can move a little bit more. That dog can go on hikes. Yeah. That dog can do shit. You take a terrier, you take a small little dog on that thing's going in a bag.
It's like taking
after
a baby.
mile. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I grew up with terriers, and my mom still got a terrier. Also, it's.
Yeah.
I feel like I could have a Karen Terrier though. That would track with me.
Yeah, I think
but I could also have like
really
a fucking.
well.
I feel like I could have like a border collie or something, and that would track. I would have to be more active than I am now, though.
Yeah, that's a lot more work. I'm not really a dog owner. I don't mind giving a dog on the trail a pat, a little hello. But I'm not
hate
really
animals.
I love animals. I hate domesticated pets.
You hate pets. Hold on, let me just get a hit of this. Oh, sorry. What?
It's usually the pet owners that are the real problem. But yeah, not really a big pet person. So I'm on this hike the other day, and the end of it's on like a rail trail. It's a nice paved section. I'm going down it. There's a woman. She's older, 60s probably. She's walking like a big terrier type dog. And the dog
feels like an oxymoron. Big terrier.
It doesn't. It was a chunky guy, but it wasn't a big dog. So the dog's looking for a place to do its business, right? And she's like eagerly anticipating it. And I'm approaching her with just absolute disgust in my mind, because this is one of my least favorite things
about owning a pet, that you have to pick up the poo.
Yeah, that the subservience to a lower species is just, I can't do it.
Whoa, that is not the angle that I thought you would take with that. What do you mean?
Yeah, no,
subservience to a lower species is an insane sentence.
Yeah, it's how I feel.
I know, but this is so interesting. This is like,
it's deep.
This is like the perspective that like a human would have in a movie where dogs could talk. Like that, the level of aggression with it, where it's like, oh, dogs can talk now. Should they have like, you're like the guy in the courtroom in the Bee movie. Like that's where it's coming from.
So the dog starts doing its business, taking a mean dump right on the side of the trail. Yeah, this lower species is taking a mean dump.
This lower species fuck.
And I'm approaching it. I'm like, fuck, this is such an awkward time to be approaching this, like passing on the trail.
Yeah.
You know? And she's like bent over, waiting for it. And then she's like, hi, how's it going? Like, she's not embarrassed at all. And the dog shits. I'm passing her. And she's like, oh, nice job, sweetie. I was like, oh, dude, how are you saying that? How can you look yourself in the mirror at home? Like, you're talking to it like maybe like it's a toddler you're potty training. And even that is like a lot. It was a lot.
No, it is
like,
cringe. It's definitely cringe. That I am interested in the like. They're like they're squatting down like they're like a catcher in a baseball game, like they're getting ready to catch it.
Yeah, she's like this. She's like, but then she's just anticipating. She's close to the dog in the moment, and I'm walking by. She's like, hi, and then she's just like the dog shitting, and she's like, oh, nice job, sweetie.
Oh, that's terrible,
dude. I'm horrified. I'm like, part of my soul just died forever.
Yeah,
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, you came out of that experience a different guy. I was thinking that someone was off about you, and I was like, it's got to be a dog poop related witnessing event.
It's horrible. That's my least favorite thing about being in public, I guess, is watching dogs shit on the sidewalk and then humans picking it up. It's awful. All of it is awful.
I don't know if it's really about that though. I think it's about the relationship this person had with the dog. That you have
that's a big part of it too. It's like,
but I'll tell you what, when I take a dog on the walk, when I was a kid, when I would take our dog on the walk, I'm not even looking at her when she's taking a shit. Like she's taking a shit, I'm like,
no, definitely not. I've been with people whose dogs you got to let them like,
especially
away.
a terrier's got a little bit of personality in their face where they start taking a shit and they're going like this.
Yeah, they want to see you.
No, they're going like this. They're like, are you gonna,
looking away?
Are you gonna watch me shit right now? Like that's the they're like,
yeah, they start darting around. I think it's because they're vulnerable. Like in nature, they would have been vulnerable, so they're like keeping their eye out for
sure.
You know,
you ever think how the fuck? Like this is kind of nasty, but how the fuck did we do that shit back in the day?
What part of it?
I think it's a lot about our foods and stuff, but my needs for toilet paper sort of make me confused on how humans were doing this shit. Are we? Because sometimes you'll have like a clean poo, Nothing wrong going on. You get one wife and you're like, wow, easy, breezy. You're having a great time. And it's like it's straight to business, no problem. But then sometimes it's like wiping a marker.
Well, we're on you're only in like a half squat. If you got into a deep squat all the way down, cheeks really spread deep, you probably always have a more clean experience. But I think there's always going to be times where you're screwed no matter what. But back in the day, they were probably eating so many like fibrous things that it probably helped them out. I don't know.
Yeah, leaves. Berries.
Yeah, but there was also a lot of people that are eating straight meat. Like, that's it. Like, if you're living in the Arctic, you're just eating like seals every day. That's it.
No, they got winter berries, surely.
No, dude, no. Like,
if
you're eating like blubber, whales, seals, fish, meat. You're eating meat. But I don't know. Maybe they were just...
Okay, you're right. High in fat and protein from marine mammals and fish. Low in carbohydrates and plant matter. Fuck, dude. Man. Okay, but
Here we go.
Plant foods, berries, grasses, tubers, roots, stems, and seaweeds. Seaweeds, you didn't consider that one.
Well, yeah, I guess there's seaweeds, but I mean, are they getting in that water? It's cold.
I'm talking about berries, and you're telling me no. I can't believe I said berries and you said no.
Here, winter up in the Dup, and you're not getting berries.
Up in the Dup?
Up in the Dup.
Up in the Dup?
You're not getting berries up there.
The Eskimos, they're up there in Alaska, up in the Dup.
They're up in the Dup.
They're up in it up with the berries and the blubber. They're up in it up.
Up and it up.
What were you trying to say? I'm actually curious.
I don't know, dude. Once again, I'm taking it easy.
I'm upping it up. You're taking it easy. I'm upping it up, dude. Sometimes, so they would eat caribou. Now that's nice.
That's high quality. That's like we're eating good this week.
Yeah. Seal, walrus. Okay.
Polar
bear.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think polar bear would probably be one of the better bears to eat because they're probably a lot less susceptible to parasites.
Yeah,
up there.
I think the worst one to eat is black bear.
Yeah. They're like, because
they're smallest. They're the small. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. They're like the big raccoons.
Yeah, they're just like rutting around in the muck,
and they're scared too. And they're scared too.
Scared.
Yeah, you can.
The animal's fear impacts how good it tastes.
Well, yeah, because like I feel like the strongest and the least fearful animals are going to have the nicest marbleization. If they're feared all the time, they're stressed, and that's going to affect the meat.
Dude, we've got speaking of meat, we're in the new area we're in. We got a bougie grocery store, super nice. They've got every day ground elk, ground wild boar, ground wagyu, the whole selection at all times.
Is this like an Idlewild?
Yeah, it is.
Damn, I don't have anything like that out here. Well, I actually haven't looked. I bet if I went to like Beverly Hills,
it's higher end than Idlewild.
I feel like if I went to a Calabasas or something, I could find like an Idlewild adjacent kind of thing.
This is more of a traditional grocery store, but it's nicer than Idlewild. It's so nice they don't even sell Cape Cod chips. All the chips are local. Like every single product there is like local or sustainably sourced. It's
now
great.
That's interesting.
It breaks the fucking bank though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Damn. Well, shit. We're just about out of time now for this episode, but
we're about to do the Patreon portion.
We're about to record the bonus episode right now for Take It Easy, episode 4.
And then we're playing Rocket League with Derek.
But that's not going to be recorded. But anyways.
No, that won't be recorded.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode, folks. And take it easy.